There we go. Sorry about that. I thought I had my camera facing the right way. Evidently, I didn't. This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and it is Friday night, April the 28th. I hope that you've all had a really good week. I'm still struggling a little bit, but I'm doing fine. I want to thank everybody for all the well wishes that you've sent me. It has encouraged me so much. You all are so good to me. I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you. Penelope says hello. This is Penelope, my pincushion doll. She's got lace in her face. She says hello. And, oh my goodness. Let me get settled here. Let me get into my tablet over here, get into my channel so I can say hello to folks coming in tonight. Hello up in the balcony to those of you out there. I have some happy mail to open. I'm going to work on my May desk journal because May is coming up in a couple days. And April's kind of been a a slide by for me. So this is, let's go through this first. This is my gardening journal, and it is getting full. I've used it for 2 years now. I purchased this from Paint Girly, Lori Paint Girly. It's the Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. And I think Lori may have put these stencils on here. It's by, I think it's Elizabeth Holden or Edith Holden. I get the names mixed up. But it starts in May. This is May 9th. So May is coming up. And I have these, we planted those seedlings. And I put them out in the west window and I've been watering them. It's only been a couple days, so nothing's come up yet. Hi, Angela. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Allie Kay. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome, ladies. It's so good to see you. So I've been doing this for 2 years now, and some of this I just can't destroy. Lori Paint Girly put this together, and I do have some note cards in here, though. Some, I forget her name, the artist that does these type of gardening materials. Well, it'll come to me sometime when I'm not thinking about it. I'm looking for something I wrote on. These are flashcards. I put in, you can see I've been using seed packets here. I want to see what Edith Holden. Here's some. I don't think I'm going to have as many flowers this year. I've been paying off my doctor bills, and I had to take my car in. That's going to be $200 to get the windows fixed. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Danny Kay. Hi, Becky. Not Mary Engelbright. There's another lady, and she does gardening. She does little birds, and I see her quite a bit, but I can't pull it out of my head right now. But Mary Engelbright does do things like this. I'm looking for something that I wrote. Surely I wrote. I know I wrote. I guess I didn't start until here. April 1st of 2021. Oh my goodness, April's already over with in 23. I mowed the entire yard for the first time on April 25th. Not the 21st, the 25th. So that would have been a couple days ago. I raked the flower plot under the corner black walnut tree. I've got to do that. I got to get out and do some yard work. Hosta plants are greening up. Becky's hydrangea is peeking out of the mulch. I got to check on Becky's hydrangea. This is the 3rd year. So 4th year would have been last year. So the 5th year for Becky's hydrangea plant will be this year. I hoed a spot for the cannas. My brother retilled. So it's about time for us to get out and work in the yard. This is in 2021. I planted 20 canna bulbs. So I've already planted my canna bulbs 2 years ago. So I got to get those out there. Something are lingering under the front yard tree. I'm not sure what that means. I gotta see. I can't read my own writing there. Hollyhocks are coming up. I saw 2 robins. I loaded a wheelbarrow with sticks that fell from the tree. That's one thing I've been meaning to do. I carried away 6 bags of leaves we have to pile them in the dump, and I'm going to save them for mulch this year. I got some more bags of leaves to pick up. Picked up daffodils for the house bouquet. All our daffodils are bloomed and gone now this year. They're done. I want to get a weed trimmer. I did do that. And I want to get mulch redwood. I got that, and I put it under the trees last year. I need to do the porch planters. That's where I was about 2 years ago in the garden. Hi, Lisa. Oh, it's good to see you. Your car insurance didn't cover the glass repair. It would cover it, but I got a $500 deductible because it's an older car, and it just lowered my insurance. So, and it's costing $200 to get the window replaced. So I'm bearing the cost of it. My quality is at 144 here. Let me set it. Yeah, I just got all these expenses hitting me, but Laura sent me a whole bunch of seed packets. So I was telling my brother, I said, I don't think I'll get as many plants this year. You know, plants have gone up in price. What we used to get these little 6-packs for $2.99, sometimes $1.49. They're going for $5 or $6 for a 6-pack, and I just don't know if I can do that. Not with everything else I have going. So I might just plant some seeds and see what comes up. Hi, Rain Girl. It's good to see you. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Tim. Tim is Designs by CAD Pro. Oh, it's good to see you guys. Danny K is here. Happy birthday, Danny K. A couple days late. Stephanie, Aunt Beth, Lisa. Allie K says, I just found a mother bunny had babies in our yard. Luckily, Dad observed no mow. So they're safe. Aww. Little baby bunnies. Yeah. Car insurance bites. But at least if, you know, if something, if something happens, like I really need it, you know, like if I'm in an accident or something, I would probably really need it. Hold on, here, I got this bummed out here. Cindy is Rain Girl. She says, how are you doing, Lisa? I saw you making a big everything journal. And Lisa says, I'm doing good. Yes, I put it together finally. Yeah, gardens can be expensive. And you know, it's just my brother and me here. We'll probably plant some sweet corn, and we have a goal of keeping the sunflowers down this year. And Our daffodils bloomed really pretty. The peonies are coming up. I got some bulb plants that I planted last year. Our iris plants are coming up. And I did buy some bulbs. My brother is even dug, because he knows, well, he just knows. He cleaned a plot for me and dug some holes, and he says, you better get those bulbs. They're spring bulbs. He says, you better get those bulbs planted. And we were supposed to take my car in yesterday. Well, I didn't get it done. I tell you guys, I've been off kilter for a couple weeks. Well, maybe since the 1st of April. And this month of April, I've been really, I don't know what happened to me. I just went off kilter. I'm trying to get myself back in shape. And as far as being on schedule and everything. And I just didn't get things done as good as what I usually do. No mow May is supposed to be good for the bees. Oh, that's interesting. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, it's good to see you. Becky said, Scott took me out to eat tonight to lift my spirits. Oh, isn't that sweet? You got a guy there, Becky. Don't let him go. Yeah, I know you won't, but she says, and then we went out by Michael's, and what a disappointment that was. Aw. Yeah, my brother asked me if I wanted to go shopping today, and you know what? I didn't even feel like going shopping. And you know there's something wrong when Meri doesn't want to go shopping. I have things I need to do. And need to get. I need to go to the library. I need to go to the bank. I need to go to the post office. You know what I do? I sit in my chair and fussy cut. I've been fussy cutting magazines like crazy. Like crazy. I made me some black cherry tea. Not tree. Cheryl, I think of you every time I drink black cherry tea. Mm. Hi, Renee, Little Red Wagon. It's good to see you. Allie Kay says, I can't wait for May. Our new Hobby Lobby will be opening. Oh, that's cool, Allie Kay. You're going to have to keep us informed. You're going to have to keep us informed about what the new Hobby Lobby is. So I've been keeping notes in here. This one is from March of 2022. March, the end of March, March 30th. Spring is popping up. The daffodils are popping up in the front yard, and the snowdrop crocus and daffodils are blooming on the south side. I am starting a compost plant food trial. And what I did there was I got some 5-gallon buckets, and they're full. And I'm going to see if we can't get out. And my brother said our tiller's been leaking oil. He calls it grease, but he said it's really oil. And I said, well, will it still run? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, what do you think's wrong that it's leaking the oil? And he thinks there's some seals. He said there's a couple of seals on there that he thinks are just worn out. And I said, well, the next time my nephew comes down, why don't you have him? And he says, I don't know where I would take it to have it fixed. So I don't know how much longer our tiller's going to run. My brother's done with gardening. He doesn't really care. He would let it go back to grass if I'd let him. I like to have the sweet corn, though, and he likes the zucchini. We'll probably have zucchini and sweet corn. Laura sent me a whole bunch of seeds, and I'll plant those and see what comes up. But I'm going to tackle the morning glories. Those morning glories, I'm going to go out there every morning and pinch off all those blooms and see if I can't dry them. Here's how much I paid for flowers on 2022. Boy, I bought a bunch here. $170 worth. Woo! I don't think I have that kind of money to spend this year, so. And there's more notes in here. I've got notes on everything. And we'll just see what comes up. I'm not going to read everything to you, just kind of flipping through. Here's that's a library card, 2016 library card. Here was where we planted some gladiolas. They're coming up. Now I have kept quite a few notes in here. Here's last June 29th. I've been spending an hour in the mornings in the garden. Corn is weeded and healed. I'm working on weeding the okra in the south garden. Oh, I got another tablet here. I just put some blank pages in there. And here's a beautiful card. I think this was gifted to me by somebody, and I don't know who sent this to me, but it pops up into a beautiful May basket. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know who sent that to me, but I put it in here. I thought it belonged in here. And here's some of that ribbon, leaf ribbon that I wanted to do something with. And now most of these pages in here need to be worked on. Here's some onions we planted. And this is from Earl May, and I got a couple of envelopes in there. Some seed packets, empty ones. So, and there's some more paper to use. So, did I put those others in here? Let me put these. I won't put them. I'll just slip them in here and do something with them later. These are in the windowsill. So there's that. Let me set this down over here so it's out of the way. I have some Happy Mail. What did Tim say? Today, that would be from $170 to $250. Yeah, prices are going up on everything. I mean, I'm sad to see it because I don't think I can buy as many flowers. I might buy some things for the front porch. I like my hanging planters, but I may not have as many plants out there this year, unless I can get some on sale later in the season. I think I'm going to concentrate on taking care of the yard and the garden. Maybe if I concentrate all my efforts on that. Zinnias are super easy, Becky says, from seeds, and they will reseed and come back for years. I haven't been having luck with the zinnias. I did the first year that I planted them. They came in beautiful, but now they won't grow anymore, and I don't know why. I'm going to try them again. Zinnias have usually been, I usually used to plant zinnias all the time and never had trouble with them, but for some reason, I don't know if it's our soil or what it is. Let's open this. It's from Arlene. Bless her heart. This is from Arlene. She usually doesn't come into my evening stream. She comes in the mornings. Let's see if I can get this open. Let's see what Arlene sent. And I thought, before even opening this, as I was trying to think what I wanted to do tonight, I knew I had this, and I thought, I'll try to make something from something in here. I have no idea what's in here. So let's see what I can make out of what she sent me. This would be a challenge. I noticed she posted a challenge in Fib Diggity. Both her and Lori, Paint Girly, have given me good ideas, and I don't want to give Lori's away just yet. But Arlene posted that, she said, why don't we go through our stash of things that we received for people and use it, you know? So we'll start with this tonight with Arlene. And I don't know if she meant send it to other people or what, but I'll have to reread her post. But let's see what, oh, would you look at this? Oh my gosh. Arlene, what did you send? Look at this. Oh, it's beautiful. It looks like it might be a yoke off of a dress or a part of a purse. It's all beaded, you guys. All right, I need suggestions of what I can do with this. It's kind of a purse shaped. It'd make a nice bag, wouldn't it? I'm going to wait for your suggestions. Oh, look, and she sent a jean pocket here. Aww. It looks like it might have been glued down onto something. Isn't that cute? All right, well, there's some yummies here. Oh, and look, she sent an angel. Oh, Arlene, so sweet. And a work basket. Let's see what she says in her note. She took a couple of postage stamps and put a note on this. It says, Meri, I hope you enjoy these bits, but please don't keep things you don't want. Happy crafting. Well, I want it all, Arlene. I want it all. That's the trouble. I've been having to avoid the thrift stores lately. A purse journal. Fold it in half and make a scissors holder. That's a great idea. I love that because all I would have to do is stitch it. And this is fabric. It's not leather, so my needles will go through there quite easy. And I could just stitch, even blanket stitch, and even let this gold show up. I love the idea of making it a scissors holder. I like the idea of making it a purse too, a purse journal. Excuse me, I've got this, still got this little lingering cough in my throat. And I don't know, you guys, I will not try to do it here. And I particularly, that's just paper. I notice that after I eat, I get this phlegm in my throat. And I'm going, I need suction. I mean, it's just, pardon the expression, I hope I don't make you guys sick, but I call it throat snot. You know, I do blow my nose, but not as much as coming out of my nose as gets stuck in my throat this time. And I call it, to pardon the expression, throat snot. Ew! And that's what it feels like in there. It's a phlegm is what it is. And I notice it right after I eat. Well, we didn't have supper tonight. My brother was tired and I was tired. We took my car in today. You know, we took my car in and I kept putting it off. And finally around 2 o'clock, I said, well, I guess we better go. And so so we didn't get it in there. It takes about a half an hour to get up there. So it was about 2:45 before we actually got my car delivered to the auto experts for glass repair. And then we came right home. I said, I don't even feel like shopping. And he said, well, I said, I don't even feel like changing my clothes because I just wear leggings and things that I don't normally wear out. Well, my leggings that I have on today are the camouflage ones, and they're a little bit baggier than my other leggings. And he says, I'll just throw a coat on. He says, you're just going to take the keys in there anyway. He says, you're not going shopping. And I said, well, that's right. So I just threw a coat on and got home, and about 4:45, they called and said it was done. Well, I can't, they're closed over the weekend, so I can't pick my car up till next Monday. Arlene is always so friendly and welcoming, isn't she? Arlene is. All of you are, to tell you the truth. I appreciate everybody out there so much. You guys all are very welcoming. What else is going on here? Did I miss? Let me refresh. If I don't refresh my chat, I sometimes don't see everything. Let's see, Nina. I missed Nina. Hi, Nina. Hi, Melody. Welcome, ladies. Rain Girl, Cindy, Danny K, Lisa. Isn't that a wonderful journal with all those illustrations, that garden journal? I loved it when I saw it. And I bought it from Lori, Pink Girly. Well, let's see. She sent this work basket, Arlene did. And it says, I know you don't need it to tat or crochet, but I thought you would enjoy looking at it. Well, you know I would. I think Arlene paid $2 for this. I see a price tag in there. Arlene, thank you for passing that on to me. Let's see. This is what's on the front cover. It looks like it's a knit outfit. Gosh, did she knit the pants too? It would take me 100 years to knit an outfit like that. I don't even have my cap done yet. I'm stuck on like the 10th row because I gotta go back and I want to learn how to pull when you miss a purl or you purl instead of knitted. I got my stitches off and it's about 4 rows under, and you can undo those and without pulling everything out and redo them. I just haven't done it yet. But here's all the instructions to do that outfit on the front. Oh, there's a zoo animal collection there. Irish crochet bedspread. Oh, that would take me another 100 years. I better plan on a long life. Win a brand new zigzag sewing machine. $229 is the regular price. I lost 86 pounds before my husband came home on leave. Oh, that's good. Oh, look at that. I love it. I love that cap. It's so cute. It looks like a Shriner's cap, doesn't it? Doesn't that look like a Shriner's cap? I could probably do that one. A floral note paper. Make a dozen notes at home using 3 sheets of variegated blue, gold, and rose lavender paper. You need size 70 tatting cotton. Well, I could probably got that. I have that. I bought some tatting on some tatting bundle on eBay. And all of it is like size 60, 70, and 80 threads. And let me tell you, that's tiny thread. That's tiny thread. And I'm not skilled enough yet to use that time. I even have trouble. I usually use size 10, which is a thicker thread. And when you saw me do those orange, what you see them as orange, they're really a coral butterflies. That's more like a sock yarn than a thread. It's really a thick thread. And I'm not talented enough to use because I'm a beginner tatter, and I'm still struggling. I'm not struggling. I'm still learning, and it takes a lot of practice, just like any other skill, to get things to turn out really nice. I haven't tatted for a while. I need to get it out, and I think Lori is doing really good, though. I haven't seen what I saw from her last was really nice. She said the other night she was tatting. So anyway, I do have some size 70 tatting thread that I could use for note threads. And you need a tatting shuttle. Are they going to tat? Oh yeah, they're going to tat. So they're making tatted note cards here. I don't know if I'm talented enough to use size 70 though. And here they're doing note cards with, well, you buy them. They look like they're watercolored. If you watch Sea Lemon lately, she was doing some watercolor note cards that she was getting ready, I think, for a Patreon class or something. I just watched a video from her recently. I like to watch, her name is Sea Lemon, S-E-A space S-L-E, L-E-M-O-N, like a lemon. Sea Lemon. And she said once how she got that name, but I've long forgotten it. Hi, Dawn. She says, I checked in and then I went hands down into the dishpan. Oh, welcome, Dawn and Nina. Becky's here. Sharon Lombard. Hi, Sharon. Welcome, welcome. So let's see what else. There's going to send a postcard here. Oh, and there's dress patterns. Oh, look at this. A cap and mitten set. Aww. I did knit a scarf though, but I tell you, it was a pretty basic stitch. It was knit and purl. And it turned out nice though. I like that scarf. Curtain poles. A cactus pin cushion. Mini dryer. Wooden clothespins in a bright color. Attach 6 colored clothespins with screws. Print the word "socket to me" between the clothespins. Fashion a bow at the top. These sell for. Oh, I think they took and attached clothespins to a hanger, to a wooden hanger, to hang your socks on. I like to look at these old patterns, these old crafty ideas. And oh, here's some recipes. Banana oatmeal chewies. Ooh, that sounds good. Frosted raisin bars, Vermont maple cookies, sweethearts, church window cookies, and macaroons. And here we're going for garlic sauce and curry sauce and beef fondue and gulf shrimp with herbs. Fondue, fondue, fondue. Party dunks for frozen French fries. Sloppy mop-ups. Fondue. What year is this? This is a 1970, summer, volume 35, 1970. A large size 36 to 60, Lane Bryant. I don't know, are they still? I think they are out there. Lane Bryant and Catherine's and is it Women Within are all large sized. They're all on this one website, and my brother's significant other who passed away had gotten that Woman Within catalog, and they kept sending it to her, and then all of a sudden they quit. So I went out to their website, and I got subscribed to 800 boutiques. I had to go in and unsubscribe to them all. Oh, there's Otto the Owl. Becky, there's Otto the Owl. Aw, there's an owl pattern. Becky's owl. I've got one of my, I got an owl back behind me. I got one hanging up on my camera stand there, which is a clothes rack. There's a sewing machine. Eyeglass case. I'm working on, I ripped out my eyeglass. I'm doing a Tunisian stitch for an eyeglass case, and I didn't like it, what I showed last Sunday, and I ripped it all out, and I'm doing another stitch on it. And I just about have the one side of it done, which I'm going to double over. So I'll show it Sunday when I do my podcast. Flower and garden. Let's see what tips they have. My avocado plant is growing beautifully and is about 6 inches tall. What should I do to make it bush out? Move it outdoors during the summer. Pinch tip out, and as side branches develop, pinch these too after they made 3 or 4 leaves. Can tomato plants be started from seeds for home gardening? Nothing is easier. Buy seed from a mail order seed house or a local garden shop. My dad used to do that all the time. My dad loved tomatoes. He'd have tomatoes. He'd start his tomatoes in little planters in January. And boy, he took care of those all through the winter. And by the time May rolled around, he had tomato plants 1.5 feet tall, ready to go out in the yard. And you'd see him out there early in the morning watering his tomatoes, and he'd sit out there and meditate while the hose was watering his tomatoes. It's one of my favorite memories of Dad. He loved his tomatoes. What kind of fertilizer should I use on potted amaryllis bulbs and how often? When should I repot it? What is the common cause of no blooms? Amaryllis fail to bloom unless they make at least 4 new leaves through the summer. Plunge pots outdoors when soil is warm. Keep well watered, and every 3 weeks alternate feeding with liquid manure or fish emulsion. Lift in the fall, gradually dry off and remove foliage. If crowded, repot. If not, scrape out a 1/2 inch of soil and replace it with rotted manure, sand, and soil mixture. Sunflowers, blue haze, rose of China. Plants to start indoors now. This is number 5, volume 3. This is a February issue. Oh, here's a toy elephant. Little amigurumi. Is that how you pronounce that? Amigurumi? I haven't gotten into doing those little amigurumi projects. I love these pattern things. Miracle ear ad. Maybe your hearing may be better than it seems. Here's a crocheted vest. Ribbon straw flower panel. Looks like they're winding their ribbon around a little tool there to make straw flowers. I think we used to have one of those. They're showing how to do that. Some more patterns. Advertising. And popcorn checkerboard pullover. Is that crochet or knit? I'll bet it's knit. Yeah, knit purl. Walk in fashion. Oh, here's some Hirschner special introductory offer. Send postcard for stitch shell instructions. It doesn't say what kind. I bet it's, no, it looks like it's DMC floss. Shawl collar slip on. That's a knit one. Quick to do yarn craft. Basket books. Plastic sculpture and collage. The complete book of rug hooking. And I think we're getting toward the end here. Some more patterns and some more advertising. Very cool. I could look and look and look at these. But I'm in love with this. Let's see. I haven't gone through everything. She sent me some more stuff here. Let's see what's in here. I think these are fussy cuts, maybe. The Inheritance. Pull this out. Some fussy cuts. Oh, little crocheted flower. I'm going to keep a couple of these out. Little note card. A little pillow box. Pillow, P-I-L-L-O-W. Oh, look at this. A paint. Chip paint. All in blues. And gold. Gold. Ooh, that came from Dee Dee. I didn't know there was an address on the other side. Let's put these back in here. And what's this? I've held many things in my hands, and I've lost them all, but whatever I placed in God's hands, that I still possess. Aww. And here's a potting a sunflower. This is needlework from a chart. Hooked rugs. Oh, it's a hooked rug. but this is cool. Let's save these out. Some gold, a little fellow. Let's save him out. Looks like a cross stitch print. I am the light. I can be the light. And this is cool. I'm going to save that out. And then what does she do here? I think this is a masterboard, maybe. Collage masterboard. Would that be what that would be? Very cool, Arlene. Well, I'm going to save a few of these things out. And I'll put the rest back in the envelope. I'm not putting too much back. And what I want to do, I'll look at chat here. Oh, this isn't the envelope. Now, I think I'll keep that out. And I'll keep her note out. And let's look at chat before I move on. Let me refresh my chat. Since you all are so good to come in, Cheryl says, we were upset that the Bed Bath & Beyonds are closing. Oh, are they? Are they closing every place? I used to go there all the time, but we don't have one close by here. Thank you, Cheryl. Cindy says, I worked at Lane Bryant in the 80s. Wow, way back when I was young. I know. Isn't that the way it goes, Cindy? They offer plus sizes. Yeah. I think there is a Lane Bryant, but I think it's like mail order. I think that they have a website that's part of another website with the Catherine stores and the Woman Within, Lane Bryant, and another one. Well, now that was several months ago when I checked that. I keep my tea bag in my tea. I hope that doesn't gross anybody out, but I feel like it keeps my tea flavored. Let's see what else is going on. They're saying hello to Sharon. Cheryl says, hi, Cheryl, some great back in the day things that Arlene sent Meri. Yeah. Dawn says hello. Hi, Dawn. Danny K says hello to Sharon. And Becky's here. And Nina. Dawn says, sorry, I checked in and went hands down into the dishpan. So I'm caught up with chat. Let's do a couple things. I want to start my May journal, and I may put a couple of these things in my May journal. What I'm thinking, and what these, I think I'm going to put in my May journal here. This, I do think I'm going to make a scissors holder out of it. And I think I'll just blanket stitch around this, but I'm not going to do it here. And I'll need I could make this the holder, couldn't I? Put a little holder onto this, put a little ribbon or a little piece of fabric or leather or something in there. And I really don't need, it is not frayed up here at the top. I don't know what kind of fabric that brown is. I don't think it's felt, but it's not, well, it may fray just a little, but I don't think enough it's got a stitch around here. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. Boy, that stitching on there is beautiful though. Is that done with a machine? Let me hold that up. Boy, if that's done with a machine, it could be. Let me hold it up close so that you guys can see the stitching on this. You embroidery machine stitchers would know. if that's done with a machine, all these little gold stitches in there. It probably is. They probably did that before they beaded it. It's really beautiful. And I noticed it on the back here. I noticed this in here on the back. Yeah, this almost has to be done on a machine. This red, which is, wow. What kind of a stitch would that be? How would they do that? It's almost tubular. Yeah, I think it was probably machine done, but I'm wondering how they did this. It's almost like a tube. Very interesting. Oh, couched? I'll bet it is too. I'll bet you, Becky, it's couched. And then the beading here. The beading had to almost be hand done, though, wouldn't you think? I mean, I don't know of a machine that does beading. If it's out there. But I think this will make a wonderful scissors holder. I love that idea. So what I wanted to do, besides put together my May journal, well, this is the porch journal that, well, it's really not a porch journal. It's more of a scribble journal. This is my last scribble journal I've been working in. I put a few notes in there the other day. I want to fill this one up. But I think I'm going to use this one as a front porch journal. Now, I saw Lori, well, this one was already started too in 2021, but did I finish it? I may finish this one out. Well, no. This is where I was doing those okras. So I did some things in here last year, I think. Yeah, October of 2022, but I started it on August 1st of 2021. So I want to finish this one out too. And I could do that. I'll be sitting out there. And I got some fussy cuts already. What I wanted to do was take some fussy cuts and put in here. Sometimes that, just the image on there. I was thinking about JB5s tonight. I thought we should do a JB5. And I thought, well, maybe not tonight, but maybe someday. I think Beth Schuler did a JB5 recently on her channel. I'm not sure, though. I just, in my head, that she did. So I'm going to put these fussy cuts in here. I want smaller ones. And this, let's see how far where I ended here. There's where I was scribbling. Some of this looked like I was doing some stamping on scrap paper. So I got maybe halfway through this journal. Money, it's fake. It's fake money. Stick it in there. I guess I got to right into here. 11/1/2022. Janet Nash prompts. Paint, cut, craft words, a birdhouse, peace, numbers, and bumblebee. So it looks like I stopped right here. Looks like this might have been maybe a prompt. So what I want to do tonight is pick out some, and I'm going to pick them out and slip them on here, and then I'm going to come back and glue them in. And I really don't have a good glue stick handy, so I'm going to use Yes Paste, but I want the smaller ones, Paul. I think this was him in his younger days. And, oh, you know, this is the Christmas issue. I don't want Christmas. This was Christmas. Let's see if I got something else here I can use. I'm going to have to stand up, you guys. Or I'll spill everything over here. Well, let me just show you what everything is. That's from tonight. Here's the May. I want to use these in May. I got these from Amanda, who sells on Keisha's site. You got those for May. Here, I didn't have to dig too far. We'll do some of these. Hold on, let me stand up again. Let me grab these. And are there any others here that I can grab? Oh, did you guys see my post? I've been watching. I'm trying to avoid getting involved in too many other projects because, well, look at my desk. Look at my desk. I've been fussy cutting. I got all these envelopes here, hold on, of fussy cuts from magazines. And I'm going to continue fussy cutting. Let me put this stuff back. I'm going to pull this one out. Shadow box. I was laughing because you guys have been doing these grid journals. And I so much want to do one, but I had started the shadow boxes. And I thought, well, this looks like a grid journal page, doesn't it? So, in a sense, I'm doing grid journaling when I'm doing my shadow boxes. I got a kick out of that. Okay, so every one of these little folders that I have here, I have fussy cuts from a particular magazine. And this one's sticking together. And there's a ladder. Put that in there. So I've got quite a few going. This one's just an empty one. But some of these are Christmas, I can tell. I don't want Christmas. So I've been fussy cutting an awful lot. This one looks like spring. We'll pull this one out. And the cocoa one. And what I want to do, and I want to do it in my May journal too. And this is something you can do just to get you started, maybe journaling. And I want to do more writing when I journal. I think Becky said that too. Barb Owen, I missed Barb Owen this afternoon because we had to take my car in. Let me put this up here. And is this the Christmas? I think this is Christmas too. This is the one I had out. Let me put it up here. So I'm going to keep that out because I want to work on it. But what I want to do is, I got a whole bunch of magazines at the library. I want to use it, cut them all up. It's couched over cording. I bet it is, Becky. Can a sewing machine couch? Does a sewing machine have a couching foot? I don't know if my sewing machine can do that. I'll bet it can. I'll bet you Becky knows. Allie Katie says, yes, sadly it was a great store. Oh, the Bed and Bath is going out of business. Ours went out of business several years ago when it was pushed out by Meyer that bought several stores out of our mall. Oh. Brenda, hi Brenda. She says, I've been fighting with Bo's Cow Records. He has a secret code that he doesn't even know. Ha ha! You're going to have to learn that secret code, Brenda. Cheryl says, I'm going to do some circles for my next grid journaling. I saw one of your grid journal pages, Cheryl. It looked very nice. All right, so what I'm going to do to start off here, let me get back to the beginning. This is the porch journal again. I think this was my last page. So I can start right in here. I'm just going to take some images and I'm going to slip them in there and then I'm going to go back and glue them in. Like this. Like I can put this maybe someplace in there. And let's just put one in there and hopefully it'll stay. Look, this says riding today. R-I-D-I-N-G today. We got a welcome bicycle there. We could put that right in here. Oh, it's Tonka trucks. Is it riding toys? And they got Tonka trucks on there. This I'll probably write on. I got another welcome. Kind of this. Look how interesting. This has pink stripes. This was a bag, a shopping bag. And look, this welcome mat has pink stripes. It just belongs here. So we'll put that there. This comes from this catalog. I learned about it from Beth Schuler a couple years ago. Olive and Cocoa. It's a, someday I'm going to order out of this, but let me tell you, you got to have a nice substantial income. But someday, just to say I got something chic, I'm going to order out of it. They got a lot of flowers in here. They're starting a flower, and I don't know if they're sending live flowers. Let's see. This is a flower. We could put that. I'd rather have it on a colored page, though. This is a box, a flower box. Let's put these up here. And some of them are larger. No, I don't want the larger ones in here. Something like this. This says, spread sunshine and warm wishes of spring. So this is a spring issue, catalog issue. So it just goes, here's a little love piece. Let me put these over here. This was a purse. Here, let's get that white flower and put it on here. I like that. Put the purse up there. All things lovely. So I'll just kind of, this will help me have something to look at when I do my porch journaling. This is just a flower bed, which might go better on one of these others. It says, send a cheery hello with an unexpected surprise. I'll put that in here. And I want to leave space for journaling, and I sketch and such. This already has my Christmas stamps on it. I was doing Christmas dangles there. And the scribbles. I could put one of these larger from the garden. I could put one of these larger flowers on there. I don't know which one, though. Let me see. I might come back to the scribble page. And this was a painty page that I think I'm just going to leave. And this is where I poked some holes. That's a writing page. This one's okay. It's steampunk gold. Oh, some flowers would look good on here. Here's a box of flowers. One of these. Oh, I kind of like this, though. We'll put this one on there. Put these up here. And this says Mother for Mother's Day. My mother's passed away. I cut that, cut the wreath out of that. Cut the center out of it. It's a wreath. I'm going to put that in there. And that's just a rose, a lightly colored rose, and another lightly colored rose, maybe over there. This was interesting. I don't know how much they charge, but if you order from them, you can have them brand your logo, make a branding iron of your logo. And there's no minimum order. And it's a small one-time fee to create the custom brand. They never extract extra charge to apply your brand to any crate we offer. So they apply it to like they brand a piece of wood, like wood burning, and they create the iron for you out of your logo. I saved this because I thought that was very interesting. This could go someplace. Ooh, here, we'll put her. Yeah, I'm not, what's her name? She's got a name. She's a famous lady. Mexican Spanish. I'll put her there because she fits there. And I'll leave this page for writing. And let's put this one in here someplace. Would that fit on the scribble page? Yeah, I could make it fit. I'm not sure. So you see, there are a lot of flowers in this. This actually is a wrap. There's a couple. There's about 3 of these here somewhere. Yeah, I think I prefer something more like that. And I'll leave the others for, you know, when I sit out on the front porch, I usually like to write. A couple of, that's pretty. Too big. Here's one of their wooden crates that they have, and they have their own brand peeking out down here. But I'm not sure I could afford their wooden crates. Here's another one of these. They just wrapped around cone-shaped page. Here, I like this. Am I at the end? I'm almost at the end. Let's put this one. This was a Dee Dee envelope, I think. I think that's Dee Dee's writing. We'll put that in there. And I think I made a pocket out of this. If I didn't, I should make a pocket. It's an envelope. And let's see, what shall I put on the back here? I have lots more. I kind of like the pretty ladies. We'll put her up here. And I'll put that one there. And then I'm at the back. So all of these others, I'm just going to put back. Now, Dee Dee's been putting her fussy cuts in those plastic, and I've got some extra ones, but I'm not quite ready to do that yet. And look, I didn't even get this one out. Maybe I'll get this one out when we do the May journal. Let's put these back in here. So let me come out and look at chat again before I get to gluing. And this is just something to inspire me when, or just to, you know, decorate up my porch journal a little. Might as well use these things, right? I never did find one for my scribble journal. I guess it doesn't belong. So we're going to start here. I'm going to put my bunny there. All right, let me look at chat. Let me refresh chat. I'm only going until 10 tonight. I need to get my rest. We were going to do 4th Art Saturday tomorrow, but let me tell you, I spaced it out. I was going to do the links today, and I forgot about it, and then we had to take my car in, and I didn't get them done. So there's only a few of us in the 4th. We're putting it off till next week, and it'll be our last 4th Art Saturday. And instead of 4th Art Saturday, it'll be 1st Art Saturday. It'll be the closing one. Cheryl says, I'm going to go do some circles for my next grid. Okay, Cheryl, have a good time. Brenda says, good evening. I've been fighting with Bo's cat. Oh, I'm caught up with you guys. You guys haven't been chatting. So you've been busy on your Friday night, whatever you're doing on Friday night. So I'm going to get out my glue. Whew, it's warm in here. I put a sweater on because it's been in the high 40s, the low 50s today. But man, he must have that thermostat turned up. Let me get a piece of wax paper. Oh. And I usually get out a couple pieces. What I should do is grab one of those magazines. I don't know if I have one around here that's handy. I took them all out. Took all my magazines out to the recliner because I've been fussy cutting quite a bit. I have a big stack to go through. I brought a big bag of them home, of magazines. And I had some already in here. And that was Oh dear. And Renee, who popped in to say hi, she sent me some Yes Paste. So that's what I've been using. So I'm just going to go through here and glue these. I guess you can call this glue booking. This will just be to inspire me. Let me turn around and get a towel. My poor brother, I don't know how he puts up with me. I have things strung all over the place. He doesn't complain. He doesn't complain, but I'm getting tired of it myself. It's every place except for in the little stash closet. I was cleaning out the stash closet. It's empty. All my stash is out in the rooms here. Boy, I'm sweating to be 80. Hi, Susan. Susan Gerald popped in. Welcome, welcome, Susan. How are you tonight? Susan, you missed it. Arlene sent me a happy mail and she sent this. And Becky says I should make a scissors holder out of it. So I'm going to do that. I think it'll make a beautiful scissors holder. Isn't that beautiful? She sent me some other things too, but this is the treasure. All right, so I have some pieces here that I'm just going to use some pieces of wax paper here while I'm gluing. And we're going to put these in. I'm working in my front porch journal. Cheryl, or Susan, I'm just going to, I have these fussy cuts. I've been fussy cutting a lot. And I'm going to put them in on the pages of my front porch journal, just as little inspiration spots. So this one is cool. It's got a bicycle rug, and this says riding toys. I really need to go get a magazine that I can use as a page turner one when I do several pages like this. And this won't take too long to do. So what are you all doing tonight? What is everybody up to? It doesn't have to be art. What are you doing? Bo is Brenda's fighting through Bo's secret messages, secret codes, cow codes, cow records. Becky said, I can hear the blimp from the ball game. Wow. Susan says, I've been watching and thinking of cow records. Cow records. Back I had only 45 app updates to do. Cheryl said 45 apps to update. It started doing some of my apps. I would rather do them myself, but sometimes it takes control because I don't get it done. They're saying hello to Susan. Susan said, I was watching Beautiful Indeed. Oh, you were watching me open that? Oh, okay. Oops, I about put that welcome upside down. I think I will get the bird bath out this year, though. I think I'm going to put it in a different spot. I had it out on the corner, and it was hard to keep it clean. I think if I put it up closer to the porch where the hose is, I'll keep it cleaner. I had to drag the hose out to fill it up and clean it and everything. I think I'm going to fold this. Mina says, hello, Susan. Becky said, I can hear the blimp from the ball game. Huh. What does the blimp sound like? I hear trains go by. I haven't heard a blimp go by. Cindy says, ladies, can I ask you what would you do? Landlord's daughter moved right next door to me. We share a wall. She slams her doors all the time. It makes me jump a mile. Her mom won't do anything. Her M won't do anything to stop it. Huh. What would you guys do if your neighbor was slamming the door and if your neighbor happened to be the daughter of your landlord? I don't know. Tell the landlord that every time you hear a door slam, you're going to deduct $1 from your rent. And if he sees $50 deducted from a rent, he's going to say, well, I heard 50 door slams. I think I was going to put that up there and this over here. I think I fussy cut it right way, but it doesn't look good to me. I'm going to trim it down a little bit more right there. Susan says hello to Cheryl and Nina. Cheryl says she's just watching Meri tonight. Susan says, I tell the landlord, I tell the daughter I told him. Cow records like moon records. Oh, you moved me. Oh, Susan, that's funny. Moon River. We used to sing that all the time with Andy Williams. My mom loved that song. Wider than a mile. I don't know if I'll get in trouble if I sing it. I'm crossing you in style. That's about all I know of it. Susan, the landlord is her mom. Her mom probably knows. I think it's fair to mention it. I think it's fair to mention it that it bothers you. I don't know if her mom could make her quit. But it would be nice if you could deduct every slam from your rent. I can't remember. I don't think I had very many bad neighbors in all the years that I've lived in rental properties. Not very many bad neighbors that caused me an issue. We had and they still live next door to us here, 2 young boys. Somebody shot a BB hole. The police says it's a BB gun. Looks more like a bullet hole to me. Through my car window. Well, it's costing me $200 to fix it. But I can't blame that on anybody specific because I didn't see it done. But I don't think that I really had bad neighbors like that. If anything, I lived on the 3rd floor of, when I lived in Madison, the first apartment I moved into. And I wanted plants out there, and I watered off of the balcony. And boy, the people below me did not appreciate it, so I had to remedy that. I didn't do it intentionally, and I guess the last apartment that I lived in before I came here, there was a lady who lived above me, and she had some sort of pet animals out on her, and pets were not allowed. And I reported it. I didn't want to fight with her, but it had all sorts of animal feed falling down onto my balcony. And I did not really appreciate that either. I reported it and it got taken care of. I tried to treat her nice. But other than that, I don't remember too many problems with my neighbors. Danny says she's making thank you cards tonight. Aw, Danny. Mina's eating mac and cheese, a small salad, and dessert will be melon. That sounds good. That sounds yummy. I don't know if I like this here, but I'm going to put it there. I could always put something in there if I want. Maybe it needs to hang, though. I like it down at the bottom better. I'll put it down at the bottom. Cindy says, if I charged $1 for every door slam, I wouldn't have to pay any rent. Which means that door slams a lot. Her mother has to be aware of that happening. How long have you lived there, Cindy? How long has she lived there? And is there any chance she'll move out? That's the other thing you could do. Move. That would be a pain. But it'd probably be the least conflict. Just move. Threaten that you'll move. Say you can't take it anymore. All right, I like that. This page is getting sticky though. I'm going to fold it again. And I put this one here. This is just a metal pin rose, it looks like. My mom had a lifetime crush on Andy Williams. Yeah, Susan. He was a crooner, wasn't he? He put on some nice shows, some musicals. You don't see that type of musical anymore. Well, I don't know about you, but we don't really watch TV anymore. My brother watches Price is Right and Wheel of Fortune, and on Monday nights he watches wrestling. I like to watch movies, but I watch them on YouTube, or in the wintertime at holiday I'll get Netflix. Here's another envelope that needs to be opened. I think I opened it here. I'm going to put her up here. Who is this lady? Tell me. I know her name. That Spanish lady. Can't remember. Rosemary uses her image a lot. I should know it. I just can't pull these things off the tip of my tongue sometimes. I don't really do her a lot. But we're going to put her in there because it matches. Susan said, I think the noisiest neighbor I had was a cop above me that blared his stereo in Florida. Wow. A cop that blared his stereo. That would be a problem. What did you do, Susan? How did you take care of that? Brenda says, as an adult, I've never had neighbors close enough to bother me. I've lived on farms or out in the sticks. I didn't put anything there. We're going to put this one. I kind of like this lower left-hand corner, it looks like. because that's where they ground, I guess. They feel like they belong there. So if it's halfway warm tomorrow and halfway decent, I don't know what the weather here is going to be tomorrow. I need to get out and plant those lilies, and I'm going to take the wheelbarrow around. I've been saying I'm going to do it, and I never get it done, and pick up sticks from that have fallen in the winter, you know, from the ice storms and everything. You could gift her a pack of foam weather stripping for the doors, for the slamming doors. Brenda says, I used to sing Moon River and Inchworm at 8th grade graduation. That's been a long time ago, and I still remember the words. Cheryl says, our neighbor slams their doors once in a while, but we do not know them. Yeah. Becky said she'd be back in a bit. She's going to take a hot shower for her back. You cannot deduct from your rent like that, unfortunately. It's just a threat. It's a threat. Don't tell her you can't do it. It's just a threat to let her know. Let's see. I think I'm going to move this one over here. I like that silver there. I think I'll move this one down in here. I didn't really finish cutting this. It's a minor threat to let her know that you can't take this door slamming anymore. No, I've mostly lived in apartment buildings where if there's an issue like that, you really don't confront your neighbor. You go tell the management and they take care of it. Now, we did have in that same place where I had the balcony where I had to remedy my watering plants. I had good neighbors across the hall from me, and we were friends, but they moved to Colorado. And then another couple moved in a couple doors down, and they had a dog, and they could have dogs in small pets in the apartments, but she'd let that dog run up and down the halls, and it would poop in the hallway, and we couldn't take that. I mean, both me and my couple of my neighbors, we just reported it. You know, we lived right next to a nature preserve, and they had dog walking, and they had little disposable barrels out there. You can, you know. I'm on my last one here for their, you know, when you'd walk your dog, that, no, it's not the last one, it's the second to last. And I've only used one sheet of paper. But that was kind of gross. You know, you live on the 3rd floor of an apartment building, you expect to step out in the hallway, and you didn't expect to step into dog poo. And it wasn't very appetizing to look at either. All right, this is going to go right in here. And I got one more here, 2 more on the back. I put 2 here. Now, I like this lower corner. I'm going to put her in there. You could gift her a pack of foam weather stripping. Whoops, I almost put that lady upside down. I'd have to write on the page upside down. And this is the last one. She's going to go right in here. I like this one. Got her olive and olive and cocoa crate in the background there. Let's, if that's dry enough, I can put. Thank Renee for the yes paste. I sure have appreciated it. All righty. There we go. That's done. Let's put the lid. And that'll give me some incentive. What do I do with the lid? It's over here. Frida. Thank you, Susan. Frida. I knew that. I knew it. I just couldn't recall it. Frida. Rosemary uses Frida images a lot in her art. Or has. I don't know what she's doing now. I don't go there because if I go there, I'll buy. I can't even buy a lot of flowers this spring, so. And what I like about this journal is I did a pamphlet stitch on it, and I just did a tiny tassel, but I have the threads coming here, and I took a waste fabric and just wrapped the threads, my pamphlet stitching, with that waste fabric, and that made a really cool spine. And then this is just a ripped up scarf. And this was started in August the 1st of 2021, but I've done other porch journals. Well, it was really done. Yeah, it says the front porch journal. And Janice Glines gave this little verse. If Meri had a lot of cash, she hasn't had any cash for 7 years, she'd have an even bigger stash until it came down in a crash. And then she would smash and bash and stash and start all over. I love it. And this one, Mary Kay's Artful Journey, was in here that time. And she said Meri Kay had lots of cash and stacked up her existing stash, building her ephemera and embellishments, which continued to grow. But what happened after that, nobody knows. August of 2022. So I went, I just had this one page that was in August of 21, and then I started here with August 2nd of 2022. I wonder if this was supposed to be 2022. I wonder if this is really August 1st of 2022, because this is August 2nd of 2022. Oh, it says, I've not been doing much front porch sitting this year. A little, but more of the sit and rest version between mowing the yard. Less of the write, read, dream in the porch swing. This morning I need some sun, so I packed up I got a whole bunch of fussy cuts. A grocery bag with morning paper, my phone, a magazine, and this front porch journal, water, pens, and here I am. I see I have some collage on these pages. I should have brought a glue stick, as there are some loose fussy cuts peeking out of the pages. Paul the Beetle. I put him away. Paul the Beetle's head peeks over the top of the book. He is aging, but he wears a dark suit and holds this guitar. The 60s. I grew up in the 60s, but it was more of a quiet, small town girl. I was more of a small, quiet town girl who worked weekends at the local nursing home rather than the happy drug type with long dresses. And getting this journal out was a treat in itself. It was in a plastic basket loaded with old journals, some done, some ready to be worked in. I had to do a video segment on them. Oh, I need to do a video segment on them. I still need to do a video segment on them. They inspire me to get back and working on my own projects. I've been following so many others. See, I did this 2 years ago. I've been following so many others, and my own journals sit there waiting. It's going to get warm today. The hundreds, they say. Brother just pulled up in his old pickup. He goes to town every morning to get our mail. I like to see him get out of the house. Ah, a cool breeze. The other thing I want to do is get some ideas for video shorts. And then I list some things. So I was thinking about shorts even then. Well, that wasn't so far away. August of 22 was just last year. I think this was supposed to be August of 2022. I dated it 21 on both these pages, though. I have to go back and read some of these things. Got a Trident gum package. Saturday, September the 3rd. Here was, I was going to join, Janet Young had a Mother Goose zine swap. And I actually had cut, where did I put them? I cut my Mother's Goose zines. I think I put them in here. But I was doing the patterns for them. And let's see, I was going to do Little Red Riding Hood and Sleeping Beauty and Blackbeard. And this was Mother Goose. I sketched a picture of Mother Goose. I never got this done. I actually got the, someplace in here, I have the little Mother Goose zine that I made. And here's where I was sketching my game pieces. Though I did for Inktober. I still have 5 pages to do in that. What did I do with that Mother Goose? I know I put them in a pocket in here. Here it is. This was going to be my Mother Goose scene. And this was the pattern for it. And I did a cutout. And I was going to do like Mother Goose here. And what was it? Sleeping Beauty and Little Red Riding Hood and Blackbeard. And they're more fairy tales than Mother Goose. But I got deterred. I never got him done. I got another one here too. This was my pattern that I cut it from. I just held it like that over the zine and cut it out. There we go. There's my front porch journal ready to work in. I want to do more sitting on the front porch. All right. Let's see. Let me put this down because I'm going to take it out in the... Excuse me, I've got a scratch in my throat. Let me refresh my chat and come out and look at chat. I've been keeping up with chat tonight. Cindy said, Susan says, Cindy, I cleaned the neighborhood of drug dealers a few years back. I don't care what they do, but the noise and shooting, etc. Enough. Yeah. Mina says, a lot of folk take their dogs with them, even if they're not trained. They're not supposed to. I'm not sure what we're talking about. Cindy says, Susan, I sure wish I had you nearby me to talk to her. I got no one in my court as I'm here alone. Yeah. And she's probably, are you renting? Well, if her mom is the landlord, are you the only renter in that? Is it an apartment building? Or are you renting like a duplex or a side of the house or something like that, an apartment in the house? That's a lot harder to deal with. If you were in an apartment building, you could just go to management and complain. Cheryl says, I was at the eye doctor yesterday and this dog came in the room. He was a very big, and my eyes got big too. You like that spine stitching? Isn't that fun? Because I just did a regular pamphlet stitch, and those were just I had double threads. I used a double thread because I just used crochet thread, and I doubled it. And I just did a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, so it had 2 threads going between the top and the bottom and the middle. And so these were the 2 threads, and I just took a piece of torn strip of fabric and just wrapped it around it. And it really made a nice spine, kind of a distress spine. Cheryl said the eye doctor knew that dog, but I didn't. Susan said, Cheryl, right away you wonder where you are, right? Like, this is okay right now, right? The dog was very friendly. He came right up to me. Yeah, he's checking you out, Cheryl. It's an odd place for a dog with people and allergies that affect the eyes at an eye doctor. That's true. This was a retina doctor too, Cheryl said. It was very odd. Maybe he was an emotional support dog for one of the other patients, Mina says, but those dogs are trained not to walk around. That's interesting. Maybe he still needed a little more training. Brenda says, we go to a local owned store. They have a Great Dane that tips his head and can touch my chin with his nose. Oh my goodness. It's kind of unsettling the first time. He's sweet and he touches the chin or face to say hi. Oh, you live in apartments. Well, I would think you would have even any more of a right. Can you ask to be switched to another apartment when one comes available, or maybe even suggest it? Just tell her that the door slamming is, you know. Of course, there's always costs involved with moving, and that's a pain. Ask her daughter to move. I think even in an apartment building, you have a right to go to her as management and say, there's door slamming going on next door and my pictures are falling off the wall. Well, I was going to put together my May journal, my May desk journal. And I had it out at one point. And I don't know what I did with it because I got all these fussy cuts out. And we were playing with wax. And this is a scribble journal. I'm still writing in my scribble journals. I'm going to take that out in the other room too. So, this is the happy memory jar. I need to start putting some happy memories in there. And these were some postcards and stuff I sent back to myself. And this I'm going to put in the May journal. These are from Arlene. I'm going to put these in there. And I think I'll put this little tyke in there and this. And these are, that's a Mary Jane's. Some of these pages I can't bear to get to cut up yet. What's this? You know, our hearts grow tender with childhood memories. This is Christmas. I fussy cut a Christmas magazine. This is the May that I got from Amanda. And I spilled some water on it, but I don't think it's going to hurt too much. And yeah, I'm going to fold those tags, aren't I? Maybe I wanted to cut those. Let's save that out. I wanted to fold this one. See, I spilled some water. But in a way, I kind of like stuff like this. It's like spilled coffee. It gives it a certain used look. So I'm going to have to really work in these journals this month. Goes like this. It's a bicycle. And I don't know, 4 of these is about all, because I've got other pages. I got these upside down. I'm going to put the little gnomes in there. I want to use them because I bought them. I'll use this one and save those 2 for something. And these are just cuts. Little cuts. This one really goes more for April. Well, I guess there's some May in there, but these are bunnies. These up here are May. All right. So I think I'll just take those 4. And I got more fussy cuts here. Pardon me while I straighten things out here a little. All my fussy cuts here. I got this stack of, I'm going to have to put these in another bag, I think. Well, you know what I have? I have, oh, let me turn around. This is what I like to turn these mailer envelopes inside out. This is what that wax warmer and those pins came in. I'm going to put these fussy cuts in here so that they don't all fall out. I'm looking for my May, because I had May out the other night. These are more, I want to keep my journal page out here, my shadow box. These are more big page. Oh, pages that I can't bear to cut yet. All right, I think we're getting to May. This is, I think this was April. Or were these the ones I pulled out for May? These are the ones I pulled out. And this has been floating. And this has been floating. Floating means going from January to February to March. So. And these are those postcards that I started. And I cut 1 sheet of them up, but that's as far as I got. I put the tatting on there. I've got to work on stuff. I've just been horrible. Here's March. And this is April, I think. I have another April page here someplace. And I want to keep this magazine out. That's a crochet magazine. I'm looking to see if there's any more I want here. Ouch. My doodles, scrap paper. What's this? I think this was what I was using for shadow box. And this. All right. I want to put this on top because I'm going to reach for it. And I'll reach for this too. And I'm going to have to find something to do with these. I'm not ready to throw them away yet. These are all my, well, these are the amount. Whoops, there's some more fussy cuts in there. Let me put those. Oh, there's more. Wait, hold it. I thought these were all my big pages. Some of this stuff I can't bear to cut yet. But I got some little pages mixed up in there someplace. Where'd they go? Oh, they were in here, I'll bet you. But I saw more than one. I guess I didn't. Well, I don't see them now, so I'm going to put these. Oh, these are going to go in that envelope. Hold on. Mary's getting organized here. I want to put these in here. Fussy cuts. Just so I don't lose them. All right. They go up there. I want to do my May. This was April. I didn't have a lot going on in April because I hurt my shoulder and I don't know, some other things happened. These were Dee Dee's seals. And this was a card from, I think this one came from Mina. Yeah, this one came from Mina. And I got one from Dee Dee too. This one came from Mina. And this is Dee Dee's envelope. I don't know what happened to her card. Oh, Dee Dee sent me this, the Tinker's verse. She didn't send me a card. She sent me an article. And I surely didn't do a whole lot in April. I did some doodling. But I think it's okay to have blank pages if you're having an off month. And April sure was an off month. Here's my March. And I've got a February stuck down in there someplace. And January is in the book. All right, so what I want to do is put together May. And I thought I had some bird pages. I do. By bird pages, I mean like that. So, and this is, these have the rabbits. I don't want rabbits in May. It's an April theme. I pulled them out of April. So we're going to go back to these that I pulled here. And we'll see if what I like about doing these loose leaf is if I need to add more pages or take pages out, I can. I guess that's okay. I've got a lot of these pages in May. So if I do anything on them, I don't want them soaking through the other side, so I'll either have to, I'll have to take care of that. Collage or something. I guess these two are going to go. I think that's good enough. And then I have this that kind of floats because I like those, doing those little girl sketches. I haven't done that for a while. And I thought I'd fussy cut this little tyke out. I think he'd make a nice little, would he make a nice bobblehead doll? Should we do a little boy bobblehead doll? I don't know. I'd have to cut his head off. He'd make a nice little paper doll. I'll have to think about it. I'd like to have a child bobblehead doll. I could keep his suit and do something really simple. Just add the wiring on there. I think he's a cute kid. Looks like she might have got it out of a needlework magazine. He's a pretty easy fellow to cut. Looks good on there. Brenda says, I have a catalog somewhere that I got at the library. Its papers are paper, but it feels almost like cloth. I like flipping through it, not looking at it, just flipping the pages. Oh, that's interesting. It's hard to believe that April flew by, Cheryl says. I agree. Brenda says, I'm a little strange, Cheryl. I like textures. I need to find it. I don't even remember what it was for company. When I was looking through those Mary Jane magazines, maybe you guys have used it in the past. I've never used for food products. They were showing how to make a wax cloth, you know, that you could, I don't know, once I could see making it, you know, they would dip fabric in wax and whatever. I didn't read all the instructions, but it was a cotton cloth. Of course, it was clean. And they waxed it like, and it ended up, and by the time they dried it and got it all through all the process, they used it to wrap their food in. Have you guys ever heard of that? And I could see using that once or twice, but what would you do with a wax cloth? Would you just clean, how would you clean that with a, you know, I wouldn't want to throw it in the machine. You'd have to almost hand clean it. There are videos on the beeswax seals. Yeah, the seals, but this was a wax cloth. And it was like they use it in the kitchen. I'm not too sure. I think I'm going to make a bobblehead doll out of this. Now I want to put some of Arlene's images in here. And I want to put her note card. I feel like I have more. I'm not gonna dig it out because I got a pile of stuff to dig through there. I have another May page to indicate this is May. I'm gonna put Arlene's. She put stamps on there and a note, so I'm gonna put this from Arlene, and I'll put the little guy in there. And then this is my happy memory jar, and when we're doing painter envelopes. This was the groundhog. This really needs to go in February 2nd. And this was a postcard. I sent out postcards. I'm just going to tuck it in. I should take one of these. Let's do that. Let's, not this. That's really too big for my, I'm gonna have to use that for something else. Let's take a sheet and make a zine for my happy memory jar. And I'll have to see what I want to use here. Here's my project list. So this is going to be my May desk journal. Ooh, I should put this pocket here. Maybe I will. Put that pocket on there. Will that Fabri-Tac hold this pocket? We're going to try it and see. I'm going to put my pocket right there, right where that looks like the bird nest coming out. Let's try the Fabri-Tac and see if that will hold that pocket on there. It looks like it's been glued down to something, but I don't mind that. It's on the back. I'm just going to put Fabri-Tac all around here. They use them as seals for bolos. Oh, really? How do they clean them? Apparently you can quickly wash them and drain dry. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. I saw a video on it and I thought, wow, how do they clean them? That was my first reaction. That's interesting. I could see using it in the art room, but I think I saw it in the Mary Jane magazine too. I was saying I was fussy cutting and she was giving, I didn't save the article because it had something on there I wanted to cut. All right, we're going to see if this Fabri-Tac will stick on here. I'm just going to put this right in here. And I like it right there. All right, I want to make a zine for my happy memories for May. I want to get back to doing that. And let's pull this. Of course, it's at the bottom of that big stack. Let's make a, get this out of the way. Let's make a zine for happy memories and what should I use? Oh, I got this at Walmart, I think. I like the tablet paper. Oh, I like the library cards. Let's use those. Now, I might have to cut this down though. Most zines are not 12-inch squares. Have you guys ever made a 12-inch square zine? I've never done that. Shall we cut it down to 8.5 by 11? I think I will, because that's what I'm familiar with. And this is scrapbook paper. It's not cardstock, but it's not thin copy paper either, so it might have some folding issues. Angie Gal 71. Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady is also an old movie done in the early 80s, I think. Oh, that's interesting. Welcome, Angie Gal 71. I haven't seen you in here before. Boy, I'd like to find a link for that. That would be neat if I could watch that. I wonder if it's online someplace, The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. She had a sister. They both were very talented artists. I read an article about her someplace. They used beeswax and another oil that I can't remember, maybe pine oil. It seems like they are natural and antibacterial. All right, I'm going to make this 8.5 by 11. So, 8.5 this way maybe. Thank you, Cheryl. Is that Fib Diggity's group link? Nope. I almost lost my cutter blade. and make this 11. And the thing of it is, all of our printing is going to be sideways. Boo! I should have done it this way. I'm going to save this. Let me get a different sheet. I don't want to fight with it. I'm too tired to fight. Let's get one that I like the printing, but I want it to go this. I want it to be decent. Maybe. What do I want? Maybe this green stripe, that would go good. Let's try that green stripe. In here. This. Well, if I cut it, but it doesn't matter. I'll cut it, or I'm going to use this one. I'll just save this other. It'll be okay. It'll come in handy for something sometime. I get this paper at Walmart. It's not expensive. If you buy the two-sided version, you'll pay $10. If you buy the one-sided version, you only pay around $5. I'm just estimating the prices. It might be a little bit more than that. Okay, I think I want my stripes to go vertical. So let's cut it. I want 11 this way. So I want 8.5 this way. I like this polka dot with it. 8.5. I'm going to have to send Arlene a message and thank her for the Happy Mail. I did that wrong. Well, we'll do it this way. I don't care what way the stripes go. Maybe I didn't do it wrong. Maybe I did it right. Because I'm going to fold it here. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. Mary's, I have to tell you, this whole month, I've just kind of been off kilter. I've been off kilter this month. Yeah, I have trouble with the two-sided paper too, because, you go, well, I love them both. And the price, the price point is worth it for me. Okay, so you just fold it in half. Let's see, I got my score tool out here. I'm going to make a happy memories zine to write happy memories in. And you know what? I should have used that tablet paper. Now I'm rethinking this. Because if I write on it, I really wanted it to go. I wanted something I could write on. Well, you could write on this, but you know what? I'll probably tear up 10 sheets before I finally decide. Good thing I got this at Walmart. Don't send me scrapbook paper. By the time I decide what I want to do, I will have gone through the whole pad. Let's go use this tablet paper instead. Meri, why don't you just get out a piece of yellow legal size paper? Use that. I've used all of this. It won't go to waste. It won't go to waste. Oh, you guys talking about? Susan. Oh my gosh. I tried to avoid them. Yeah. They're nice to have in certain applications. Okay, now I need to think this out. My zine, I want my stripes to go, I want this to be the 11 length here, because I want to fold it so that my stripes, so I want this at 8.5 this way, because I want my tablet to go this way. Right, Meri? I don't know for sure. We'll find out. Oh, I'm pulling out the scoreboard. What did I do with the... Now, let me back up. What did I do with the cutter? What did I do with it? I had it here in my hands just a minute ago. Where did I put it? Over here. Put it on the other side of me. All right. It's to be 11, so I want this to be 8.5. That's what we're going to do, only, you know, I kind of like the red margin here. So what I'm going to do is trim off this piece here. Susan says, really, what can you use them for so that you can see both sides? A bookmark if it's heavy enough. Well, you could, depending on the size, fold it for a journal, you know, like say this has got a print on it. If you fold it like so, and even have a print here and a print there, and if you make a signature, just pretend that this is a smaller sheet, you know, and if you like the prints on both sides, and depending on how strong the print is and that, certain applications, like I could see putting, depending on whether you're using it as a writing journal or a collage journal or what, I could see putting old pictures on this, and, you know, maybe if this were a muted design. Yeah, I think it depends on your application. Now I want to make sure I'm cutting this right. I want to cut it this way because I want this margin here. And I want this at 8.5. No, I don't want to cut it that way because I want my stripes to go this way. I want to cut it this way at 8.5. So I want to cut it like this. Yeah. Because my stripes are vertical now. My lines are vertical. So I want it at 8.5. And then when I cut it this way, my lines will go horizontal, and when I fold it, my lines will be writing lines, is what I'm after. Because I want it for happy memories. I need to do more happy memories. Get my attitude in the right place. Yeah. Susan says, I think they're for storing on the shelf. That's where a lot of them wind up, huh? Or in sales or something. ATCs maybe, tags, bookmarks. All right. So I want my lines to go, I keep saying, I want my lines to go this way. So I want this at 11, but I want to keep this. Or do I want to keep this? I want them both. But I'm going to have to make it 11 instead of 12. So I'm going to have to either cut off my number or this. I think it's going to be this at 11. Let's hope I've got my head on straight here. So is this at 8.5? No, I just cut I didn't cut this at 8.5. See, I'm not even thinking straight. This has to be cut down again. 8.5. I'm not at 8.5, I'm at 9. Oh, dearie me. All right, we're going to cut it here. All right, we'll use everything. Or to go on the shelf. All right, so now I need 11, and I'm going to cut an inch off over here. All right, and then I'm going to fold it like this, and my lines will be horizontal like I want them. The number may be in the wrong place, but it'll be a number. All right. I think I have it. I'm not totally sure. Oh, I got some wonderful scrap paper, though. I'll set it over here. Oh, look, it's already 9:45. I'm only going till 10. Let's see if I can get this done before 10 o'clock. I'm only going till 10 o'clock tonight because I need to rest. I just need to slow down my life a little. And we'll fold the zine, and this will be happy memories. And in one of those fussy, I'm going to go all through those fussy cuts. And in one of them, I have the word memories. And I'll pull that out, or maybe when I'm cutting, I'll find it, because the word memory shows up a lot in the magazines. And yeah, I want to sort out all the words that I saved. I'm going to sort those out into another envelope. You get this as close as you can to the edges. Why so narrow? What do you mean, why so narrow? What did I do wrong, Becky? Why so narrow? 8.5 by 11. See, that's what happens when you are in and out of a room trying to watch. Oh, I'm okay? Good. Well, I'm glad I'm okay, Becky, because this is my third sheet of paper. I couldn't decide on the other sheets. This is going to be my May happy memories. I need to write down I love the idea of doing that. So then you fold it this way again. You fold these to the center. And I have to find the center point. Maybe if I fold it this way, it'll be easier to find the center. Becky and Allie Kay and, well, even Cheryl, they watch me. I make a lot of mistakes online, let me tell you. I was trying to do math the other day for that shadow box. Becky didn't live. She didn't say a thing. I think I had them all drinking. I think they were all drinking. Dee Dee was in here going, your potato masher looks like a whisk. Oh, dear me. And then I started thinking I wanted a drink. I didn't say it, though. I drink a lot of water. I have tea in here with me tonight. I've been trying to cut down on my coffee consumption. Oh, my goodness. I went into our local store here, and we appreciate having our grocery store back. But they were selling half and half, you know, the regular, half quart, 2 pints, is it? Little tall carton of half and half. They wanted $6.50 for it. And pardon me, but I can get it at Walmart for free. $2.73, $2.78, I think. The last time I looked. All right, I think I'm pretty good here. Let me hold these creases in here. No, Mary, don't start drinking. I'll stick with the black cherry tea. As a general rule, I don't drink. If I went out with friends for a supper or something and they had a glass of wine, I might join them, but not as a general rule. And then after you got these all folded, you cut from the 2 points here in. So let me do that. And I'm not going to decorate this. I'm just going to, I want to get the word memories, and I'll look for that when I'm doing I'm planning on fussy cutting. I want to work in the yard, depending on what the weather's like. No matter what the weather is like, I need to get out there and plant my lilies, because my brother said he said, Meri, your lilies are starting to grow in the bag. I didn't know they could do that. All right, if I fold it like this, I can get page 158 there. And what Tanya does, and I find that's really helpful, she'll take and put these pages together, these corners together. Tanya is really, she was doing a zine almost every week, and I was following along with her, and I made so many zines, the 2 open ones. Now, generally, you have your open ones at the bottom, but my number's showing up here at the top on the back. So let me get a piece of tape, and if you tape these corners together, then your folds will find their right crease in there. So let's see. Ew, excuse me. Hiccup. That herbal black cherry tea is good. Which one is it? I got the, my black cherry tea is Celestial Seasonings, because that's what was on the shelf. I actually found it in the grocery store. Good night, Chris. Chris, was Chris in here? She says, about to go to bed. Early morning chores for tomorrow. Chris, I didn't even see you come in. Have a good weekend, Chris. Chris will stream on Sunday mornings. I think it's around 6 a.m. It could be earlier than that. I see her on Sunday mornings. Thanks for joining us, Chris. You have a really good, you're still here. What time do you stream on Sunday mornings? Tell me again. Meri gets so confused and mixed up, you guys. So if I feel free to let me know if I say something wrong. Sunday morning. What time? Do you have a time? Let's see if I fold it like this. Then it goes to this corner. Now, if I were wanting to take a picture of this, I would not tape this together right away, because I'm attaching these 2 corners together, and you can't fold it out again. So just be aware of that. If you want to photocopy it to send it out, you don't want to tape it up until you've made your copies. Ask me how I know that. Where did you learn that? At 7 a.m. Central, Chris says. So if you're online, 7 a.m. Central on Sunday mornings, look for Chris. Chris lives down in Mexico. And she does some wonderful art. Becky says, we're hoping that the parts Scott ordered for our car come in tomorrow so he can work on it tomorrow. He also ordered some parts for Greg's old Buick. Scott got Greg's car running. What year is that car, Becky? The one that Scott got running. Is that the Buick? Let me tear this off. Brenda says, I have decaf coffee I'm sipping right now. I drank strawberry green tea earlier. Oh, that sounds good. It was a gift, so I tried it. It tasted good, but it gave me a sore throat. Oh, it's a 72 Buick Skylark. Wow. I remember 1972. That was about the time that I wanted this little red Vega so bad. I fell in love with a red Vega. And those really weren't even, I don't know if they were even safe cars. but I wanted a red, they were called Vegas, V-E-G-A. And I wanted a red one so bad back then. Probably a good thing I didn't get it. I had these, well, my parents, I had a school car when I lived with my parents when I was in high school. But when I went to college, my parents didn't want me to drive in a car in Lincoln. To them, it was a big town, so I never really got a car till I got out of college. I rode bicycles every place and walked. Of course, when you're in college. All right, now, even though these creases are kind of fat, they'll find their, if you score this, they'll kind of find their way here. And it lays nice and, well, this is thicker paper too. This is not copy paper. You really want to use a thin paper when you do zines. Otherwise it'll fan out on you. But I could put a little tag on this, and I probably will put a little ribbon. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm going to get the word memories and put up here, and then I'll write the word happy. I might find the word happy. So we did this tonight, and I opened Arlene's Happy Mail, and I put together my May desk journal that I'm going to use for May. And this will go, ooh, will it fit in there? No, I think the pocket's just a little too small, but that's okay. I'll put something else in there. I got that other envelope that I'm using for the Happy Mail. And then I also put fussy cuts in my porch journal that I threw behind me. So I'm just going to put it out like this for my thumbnail. I'm just going to tuck it here to keep it from opening. And I put Fabri-Tac on this pocket, and it seems to hold real good. This came from Arlene. I opened Arlene's Happy Mail tonight, and she gave me this, and I will make a scissors holder out of it. Becky said it'll make a really good scissors holder, and I totally agree. And I could line it, but I don't think I want to line it because I want to be able to peek in there. And of course, if I stitch it, I won't see much, but I don't think I'm going to line it. I just think that's beautiful in there. It's as pretty on the inside as it is on the back. So I'm going to have to leave a message for Arlene and thank her for the Happy Mail. So I want to wish you guys a really good weekend. Tomorrow's Saturday. I've lost all track of who comes on Saturdays, except for Beth Schuler. I have Beth Schuler down because I've known her for so long. Beth Schuler comes on at Saturdays at 6 p.m. Central. Not 6 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. Beth Schuler's on Saturday nights. That one I have down. And she's so consistent with it, too. And then Sunday morning, I'm going to do my podcast on Sunday. But I did that podcast last week, and I did it on Saturday afternoon, and I edited it, and it took, I uploaded it again, and do you know, it took all night for that thing to process, and what was less than a half an hour, or it was between a half an hour and 45 minutes for that podcast. I was talking about stretching, and do you know, that thing took forever to process. And I didn't get it released until Sunday afternoon. And I wanted to get it released earlier so it wouldn't conflict with a lot of people. I wanted, release it around 10:30 or 11. And, or it's hard to find a good time to release a podcast. But anyway, I'm going to do the podcast. Maybe I'll try to get it done tomorrow. So I want to wish you all a happy weekend. Be safe. And I'm going to end it, but say, let's see what's going on out there. Did Beth Schuler drop in? There she is. You're in the balcony. Hi, Beth Schuler. See, Beth, I have you down. Hello up there in the balcony. Hello up in the balcony. Beth, it's good to see you. What have you been doing? Did you do, you were doing a grid journal the other night, weren't you? And Becca doing grid journaling? I was in the balcony for a little bit at your stream, but I didn't chat. I wasn't feeling like the chatty person that day, the other night. Oh, and Cindy, I certainly hope you get the slamming door problem worked out. Grids. Beth's been doing grid journaling. All right. So y'all go and have a good weekend. And I'm going to end it. I'm going to use this ending a lot now. Go out and enjoy your life. You only get one. So you might as well have a good attitude. And if you don't have a good attitude, start your little happy memories list. Becky got me started on this, and I think it's a great idea. Just kind of record some happy memories. Keep your mind positive. It's so hard to stay positive, isn't it? All right. Good night, everybody.